Gyokeres has gone ahead, obviously, send a message to us that please come get me. Come get me because I'm really ready to kick the ground running, to come in through and obviously be that person that is obviously going to be really getting you to where you deserve to be. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We are talking Gyokeres, Solankes into the mix, and this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is concerned. And remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets. Mono Gadgets are dealers in phones and laptops, brand new, and they also get you used laptops and used phones from UK. So you can as well call them on +256 70 99 88 665, and the rest is really gonna be history for you, and you really thank me later. You can as well follow them on TikTok at Mono Gadgets, and they'll obviously get you the best that you deserve into the mix. Now, first and foremost, let's obviously talk about Victor Gyokeres, and this story or this article has been put out by none other than a site known as the Football London, and they write or report about every team that really plays down into London, right? And they've gone ahead to let us know that Arsenal have been sent a clear Victor Gyokeres transfer message by Sporting Lisbon (CP). The Gunners have been linked to Gyokeres throughout the summer window as Mikel Arteta looks to sign a new striker. However, it doesn't not look as though the Swede international will be the player signed after he started Sporting Lisbon's first game of the season against Rio Ave. The Swede international netted the third goal in the 3-1 win after reacting quickest to a deflected shot for what will likely to be one of many goals scored in the upcoming season. Now, this is what this guy gets you. He comes in through and really puts in the best of the best. And what's that best of the best performances? He's opening up the is called the Deca Liga of of Portugal, and went ahead to put up a very good shift and went ahead to score a third goal. And he not only scored, but he also had an assist onto him. That is the player called Victor Gyokeres. And I tell you, he has gone ahead to let Arsenal know that I'm really the guy that you guys have to bring on, right? I'm the guy that you're supposed to be bringing on to obviously do the needful for you, because even though you say what, even though you do what, this is Gyokeres at his best. And I've gone ahead to show you that I'm not a one-season goal-scoring wonder, right? I'm that kind of person who is really going to come in through and put in a well-required shift into the mix. And that's what I'm really doing right about now, and that is going to send a message to everyone that Gyokeres is still in there for you. Just one game, he has 1 goal and 1 assist. His GA is really very, very, very intriguing, and shows you that he has gone ahead to master the game of really scoring goals in this side. And although he's really mastering the game, he wants a move. And he's like sending a message to us that please come get me, because if you continue to do that and you get me, I'm really gonna put you into the bracket where you want to be. And I've wanted to see very many Arsenal people referring to a striker coming in through in the nick of time. And I believe that most of you like Gyokeres, and I think this is really a very good message to be sent to the club of Arsenal, because all they need is to let Eder Nketiah leave. And that is the reason as to why they haven't gone ahead obviously make any move to sign a striker. But yesterday, Gyokeres was on fire, and he went ahead obviously score a goal and put up an assist. By the way, when a player really wants to really get that move that he's really dreaming of to get, all what he has to do is to be consistent in what he's doing, like what Gyokeres is really doing. Gyokeres has gone ahead obviously put himself into a very good position. He has gone ahead to give himself a chance to be that player that Arsenal should run at to sign at the club of Arsenal. And I think what is delaying the deal is known to many of us. It's all about Victor Gyokeres, coming in through, and it's all about Arsenal not selling a player called Eder Nketiah. The moment they sell Eder Nketiah, all will be history and all will be put into the right way possible. So that is all about Gyokeres and Arsenal. So Eder Nketiah is the man that is really getting this deal onto what we call a hold on. But the moment Eder Nketiah is really sold, then Arsenal will get in the player they want. And remember, for Eder Nketiah, Arsenal really having very many other teams. I think Bournemouth is in, and others are really lining up to obviously show interest in the player. So it might really hasten the deal because Marseille doesn't want to lose out onto the player, and Nketiah has already gone ahead to agree personal terms with the player called, with the team called Marseille, and is really going to be playing that side. Now remember, there was a sort of a story that hinted onto a possible hijack, right? And that hijack has always gone ahead to obviously be, it's not necessarily a hijack, but it's Arsenal coming in through and really putting in a shift to see to it that everything doesn't come to where they deserve to be in as far as getting Gyokeres in immediately is concerned. And a team like Spurs was interested into the player, and that means most of the teams that have gone ahead obviously show interest in these players have gone ahead obviously see themselves getting off the deal, and one of those is Tottenham Hotspur, meaning that Arsenal looks like is really going to be left in this race alone, because Spurs was one of the teams that have gone ahead to be looking in for strikers, and they've gone ahead to spend £65 million to get in a player known as Dominic Solanke. That is it. They've gone ahead obviously getting a player known as Dominic Solanke, and yesterday it was sounded here we go from Fabrizio Romano that Dominic Solanke to Tottenham Hotspur, here we go. Deal agreed for £65 million package add-ons, record fee. Solanke set to travel for medical after contract until 2030. 2030 agreed days ago. Exclusive story from last week confirmed. That's what we've gone ahead to get in through from the man himself, known as Solanke, and he's really doing some great stuff in there for you. So he has gone ahead to agree a deal, to be a player of Spurs, and they've gone ahead to obviously unveil him as a player for Tottenham Hotspur, that is Solanke, into the mix. And to show you that he's really a Spurs player, he has gone ahead to obviously find himself in a position of obviously holding the shirt, and he has been really unveiled as a player of Tottenham Hotspur for £65 million, and that really gives Arsenal a very huge go, right? To see to it that they obviously get in a lot of stuff. And this deal has been really very important to the side of Liverpool, that is also linked to Gyokeres, and it has been very important in this way that Liverpool receive £7.6 million from Dominic Solanke's transfer to Spurs. I talked about it yesterday that Liverpool has to receive something, right? And if Liverpool has to receive something, then it has to come up with a sell of Solanke, because there was a sell-on clause, there was a sell-on clause when they're really selling him to Bournemouth, and they've gone ahead to get in some £7.6 million for Liverpool, and meaning that Liverpool is really earning in more money, and Solanke, after years, it's now 7 years later, he has gone ahead to turn into that striker that has gone ahead to be looked at by Spurs. And I tell you, when it comes at Spurs, if he scored 19 at the stadium, at the side of Bournemouth, then Solanke can come in front, obviously score many more goals for Spurs, and he can be a 30-goal striker. As for Bournemouth, they only played in 3 tournaments, but there is another tournament that has gone ahead obviously be coming in through for the side of Spurs, that is the UEFA Europa League, where Spurs is really going to be playing a very huge part into their game. So we are waiting to see how that pans out, but it's really important to note that it's not really going to be the same. It's really going to be important to really keep and really note. But way back, things have gone ahead to change, and a player known as Dominic Solanke came out and obviously expressed his interest to be in an Arsenal shirt, and he was asked that in 2024 he was asked onto what the first football shirt that he ever got. He said it would have probably been Arsenal. My dad was an Arsenal fan, so I used to follow them. I went to the Emirates Cups back in the day, So he went to a few Emirates Cup back in the days, and he's a young guy, because one would say, but how old is that guy? This guy was playing for the England under-17 that won, I think, the World Cup of under-17 in 2017. So he's not that old. He's really a young lad. And when you look at his age right now, as Dominic Solanke, you get? As Dominic Solanke, let me check his name. Solanke is now 26 years of age as a player, and he has gonna hit obviously come of age, and he has gonna hit to hit his prime. 1.8 meters tall. He went ahead obviously scored very many Premier League goals last season, and they were 19 in total. That is Solanke for you with 3 assists. Now, if he comes in throughout Spurs, this is going to obviously enlighten his chances to obviously feature into the English national team, because the English national team is all known that is all known of really having space to create for anybody. You understand? So I tell you, all is really going to be okay for everything that is really happening right now in there for you. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about, first, a deal of a player called Gyokeres sending a message to Arsenal, come get me, and what do you make about the guy called Solanke crossing to the side of Tottenham Hotspur. Guys, first video of the day, more is yet to come. Rokani David is my name, and I sign out for now. See you later, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Ciao, ciao.